encourage. I will study now. Okay, I will speak slowly version. Slowly speed. Here, start. Hello, this is 6m-English. I'm a nurse, and join me today. This is Georgina. Hello. Now, Georgina, I know you went to universities to study for a degree, but before you moved from college to university, did you take year off? I did. Well, you're not alone. Many students choose to take a break from their studies to travel or gain work experience before moving on to university. Yes, and this is what we call a gap year. And this is programs we're talking about taking a gap year and why doing this has become more important than ever. But first, we always are here to challenge you and our listener Georgina to answer questions. Are you ready? Ready and waiting here. According to the Institute of Physical Studies, which is subject studied and university will reach to the highest average earning 5 years after graduating. Is it A. Law, B. Veterinary science, or C. Medicine and dentistry? What do you think, Georgina? Well, all subjects that involve types of studying, but as you guessed, I think those studying veterinary science and job workings is bad and earning the most money. So it's B, I think. Okay, well, we find out if you're right at the end of the program. Let's get back to talking about gap years. As the name suggests, it's a break or gaps in the between your studies. We might also call a year out. It's not a new concept, meaning idea, and there are a number of reasons why someone may choose to take one. That's right. The BBC's Smart Consumer Pocket looked at this and heard from two students. One Meg took a gap year and the other Thomas didn't. Let's hear from them now. I wanted to get to university. I decided to do it after a year out the way get my special result applied to university with tourist rather than getting predicted grade and then been surprised being able to follow the path I wanted. I just always had in the back of my mind that I spent year doing something productive and something that would just be good fun. It's not something that I really know about the understudy until I started university. It was a bit of the alien concept to me. It's something I never thought about. It would be far too expensive. It's not something I should be able to rely on my parents or family members for two different experiences still. So makes it hard in the back of my mind doing a gap year. That makes it hard the idea, but didn't think about the frequent is stored deep in her memory. And she had the idea of doing something productive. That means reading to good or useful outcome and of course having fun at the same time. She also wanted to do something was she for exam result to commence rather than applying for university grades based on predicted result, which may turn out to be wrong. If something is predicted, it's an estimation of what is likely to happen in the future based on the current information. Now, Tom had different experience. He wasn't really aware of gap year and described its alien concept. So an idea that's strange and not familiar. Tom also mentions a gap year would have been too expensive, but according to Crystal Rio from the organization Prospect, it needn't cost a lot of money Speaking on BBC Radio 4 UN US program, he says it's about gaining skills and being more employable. But I think the experience in gap years has become a much more practical, especially as I say, due to it university participation increasing, but it also becomes of demand on developing skills, specifically employability skills. Actually, from employees' point of view, certainly any forms of experience and skill acquisitions that you've undertaken is valuable. According to the Chris Rears, focus these days is for gap years to be more practical. This adjective describes the learning of real skills which can be useful applied. Yes, and these skills that help you complete both place in university and they ultimately make you more employable. They help you get a job. Right, but which jobs might earn you the most money, Georgia? Earlier I asked you, according to the Institute Physical Studies, which is subject studies at university will lead to the highest average earning 5 years after graduation is A, law, B, veterinary science, C, medicine and dentistry. What did you say, Georgina? I said veterinary science. Was I correct? Sorry, you weren't correct and C, medicine and dentistry. Working research in the UK's graduate of medicine and dentistry on an average of 46,000 to 700 pounds. That's more than an English teacher, I suspect, but not going to stop us. Recap today's vocabulary. Okay, so we've been talking about gap year. That's a year between leaving schools and starting university that is usually spent traveling or working. When you say something else at the back of my mind, even we means the idea we don't think about frequently but keeps stored deep in our memory. And something in is productive. It describes something that raised a good or useful outcome. Next, we mentions the word predictive. If something is predicted, it's an estimation of what is likely to happen in the future based on the current information. An alien concept is an idea that is strange and not familiar. I am doing practical or doing something that is real and useful because you learn skills that can be used in the future. Thank you, Georgina, for that practical run through of our vocabulary. So that's all from 6 Minute English for now. Goodbye. Bye. Okay, first one version. Slowly speaking, I'm finished. Next, fast version. Mm. Speed is standard versions. I will start. Hello, this is 6 English. I'm Nurse, and join me to do today's Georgina. Hello. Now, Georgina, I know you went to universities to study for degrees, but before you moved from college to university, did you take a year off? I did. Whereas you are not alone. Many students choose to take a break from their studies to reverse gain work experience before moving on to university. Yes, and this is one we call a gap years. And in these programs, we are talking about taking a gap year and why doing theirs has become more important than ever. As a personal always, I nearly challenge to you and our listeners to join us to answer question. Are you ready? Ready and waiting now. According to the Institute of Physical Studies, which is subject studied at university will lead to the highest average earnings 5 years after graduate. Is it A, law, B, veterinary science, C, medicine and dentistry? What do you think, Georgina? While all subjects involve lots of studying, but work as a, I think those veterinary science ends up working as a parent and earning the most money. So it's B, I think. Well, okay, find out if you're right at the end of the program. Let's get back to talking about gap years. As the name suggests, it's a break or gaps in the between your studies. We might also call it a year out. It's not a new concept, winning ideas, and there are a number of reasons why someone may choose to take one. That's right, the BBC's smart commerce looked this out from two students. One Mac took a gap years and the other Tom's didn't. Let's hear from them now. And when I went to university and decided I'll do it after your hours and then I can wait on the official result to apply to university doors rather than getting predicted grade then and the surprise being but I went it. I just always had back on my mind spend years getting productive in something that must give good fun. It's not something that I really know about because I studied at university. It was a bit of the alien concept to me as I something I never thought about. A little bit so it's partly expensive or never allowed to rely on my parents or families members for two different experiences there so Mel said this in the back of my mind. Doing a gap year, the man she had the idea, so didn't think about it frequently. It was stored deep in her memory. And she had the ideas doing something productive. That means relating to goals or useful outcomes and of course having fun at the same time. She also wanted to do something she wanted for exam result to come in rather than applying for university place based on the predicted result which may turn out to be wrong. If something is predicted, it's estimations of what will likely happen in the future based on the current information. Now, Tama had a different experience. He wasn't really aware of the gap year and described it as an alien concept. So an idea that is strange and not familiar. Tama also mentions that gap years would have been too expensive, but also according to Crystal from the organization, perspective indeed cost a lot of money. Speaking on BBC Radio 4 and even US programs, he says it's about getting skills and being more employable think and experience can be used as a very practical part as I say to this university participation increasing, but it's also demands on the implementing skills. This employability skills actually from an employer point of view, certain any form of experience and the skills acquisition you would undertaken are valuable. According to the crystal years, of course, there's for gap years to be more practical. This adjective describes the learning of real skills which can be used for pride. Yes, and these skills that help you complete from places, university, and ultimately make you more employable. They help you get a job. Right, which jobs might earn you the most money, Georgina? Earlier I asked, according to the Institute of Physical Studies, which subject studies at university will rate to the highest average earning 5 years after grading. Is it A, law, B, veterinary science, C, medicine and dentistry? What do you think, say Georgina? I studied veterinary science. Was it correct? Sadly, you weren't. The correct answer is C, medicine and dentistry. So according to the research, the UK's graduate of medicine and dentistry is earning an average of 46,700 pounds. That's more than English teachers I suspect they're going to stop us recap today's vocabulary. Okay, so you've been talking about gap year, this year between leaving schools and starting university. There is usually spent traveling, also working. When we say something else put on my mind, we may answer ideas so don't think about the frequent but keep stories deep in our memory. And when something is productive, it describes something that is a real, is good or useful outcome. Next, we mentions the word predicted. If something is predicted, it's an estimation of what likely happen in the future based on the current information. An alien concept is an idea that is strange and not familiar. And when it is something practical, we are doing something that is real and useful because your own skills can be used in the future. Thank you, Georgina, for there's practical rules of vocabulary. So that's all from 6m-English for now. Bye. Bye. Okay, I finished this. Going to first slowly, slowly speed. Second, standard speed. Maybe um, second version speed versions I am many mistaken, but I will keep going studying like this. Mm, maybe some days I will my pronunciation and English skill is better, better, better. I hope to like that. Bye, bye.